I want to share a little bit with the Falcon community. There's 4 main Falcon pages on Facebook: 68 Ford Falcon pages, the Lost Ford Falcons, US Ford Falcons, Ford Falcon Sports Coupe 66 through 68, and also Ford Falcon Restomati. I've been posting videos up and just following a bunch of people and some of the moderators on those pages for like the last couple years. So I'm going to show my Falcon. I've been kind of getting a little bit of detail on how the car was built, the specs on it, and so forth. So the power plant is a 351 block, Ford Racing Boss 351 block. It's a 408 base stroker. It's got a Eagle Forge 4340 Forge crank, Eagle's H-beam rods, and Maul pistons. AR Please studded motor. It's got Victor Jr. intake and Victor Jr. heads. Those will also have a little bit of port work done. Comps hydraulic roller. Believe it's the Mother Thumper with a 1:7 ratio rocker. To cool the car, we got a Flexolite fan. Kicks on at 180 degrees, and even in the summertime, 100-degree days, it'll cool the car off pretty nice. Griffin aluminum radiator, MSD Digital 7 ignition box, and then you also have the MSD blaster coil, Pro Billet distributor with 8.5mm wires. For carburation, we're running the Holley HP 750, which is electric choke, double pumper. We're also running power steering. This thing's got a power rack and pinion box. So with the power rack and pinion box, it's the Flaming River. I would have liked to have gone with the Chris Austin. They haven't been making newer products for Falcons. Most of the Falcon products that they do have are for 60 to 65. Hence, that's why we got a couple pages called 66 through 69 US Ford Falcons, or the Lost Falcons. Because as you guys know, those of us with these years, we're pretty much on our own when it comes to a lot of the mods and stuff. Got a Moroso 7-quart oil pan. Under here, we also have a Willwood non-powered brakes. These are manual brakes with a Ford Racing proportioning valve. The brakes are 12.19 inch rotors, slotted and drilled. 4-piston calipers on all 4 corners. Up front, we're running Rocket racing wheels, an 18x9 on a Toyo R888 265/35/18. Move on to the back. Out back, we're running a 335/30/18, also a Rocket wheel. The car was tubbed recently, and a G-Link, Chris Austin's G-Link was installed. During the install of the G-Link, they also installed the Chris Austin's builder tub. What the builder tub is, it's kind of a hybrid between a full tub and a mini tub. With a mini tub on these cars, you're only going to be able to get about a 315 in a lot of cases. Now every car is different, depends on the person doing the work. But a builder tub is, like I said, you can keep your back seat, but it's a lot more room than a builder tub. Out back, you can see underneath the Chris Austin G-Link. What that really does is it ties in this whole subframe. This car has weld-in subframe connectors, but with the builder tubs, they're still 2 inches inboard. So can essentially go for even a wider tire in the future, if that ever is the case, if we ever decide to do that. You can see the fuel pressure and filter in the hard line. Let's go on to this side. Again, another view. Sorry folks, this ground is burning up. Inboard of the tire, the G-Link again. Adjustable, it's a pretty stiff ride, but man, does it feel good. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. As we come around to this side, you can see the 6-point roll bar, which basically starts, you have your weld-in points here near the A-pillar, and then down here, and then you can see it going through the package tray in the back. From back there, it ties in to the wheel wells. You can also see here's the weld-in points. So again, a pretty good job was done. the shop that did it. Also, you have a 20-gallon RCI fuel cell, half-inch fuel line that goes all the way through the bulkhead in the firewall. We're running a Holley electric fuel pump. I want to say it's 110 gallons per hour. This car, let's take a look at some of the interior pieces. It's got the autometer gauges, and it's got also the GPS speedometer, so no matter what tire size you're running, you always know what your speed is, provided you're not in a long tunnel. And normally when you start the car, it takes about 30 seconds to a minute to link up, so you don't really get your speed until the thing links up to whatever satellite it's running on. But the interior was done by a guy down in Palmdale, California. He did a pretty good job. It's basically a weaving type finish, a woven finish. Has like a leather feel. There's another name, but I can't think of it right now. He wrapped the roll bars, made that look nice, and he did a really good job with the back seats and the package tray. We had the Falcon emblem embroidered on the headrests. And while we're in here, there's the you can see the shifter. It's a Tremec TKO 600 5-speed. We're running the McLeod RXT twin disc clutch that is rated to 1,000 horsepower, so it handles the torque of this motor no problem. The car's been a best of 11.8 at 119 at Sacramento Raceway. I've got about probably a couple dozen passes on the car. It also 11.8 at 119. I only cut a 19 60 foot. Prior to that, I have cut my best 60 foot in this car so far has been, I believe, like a 1.8. I have some time slips posted for those of you who are on the Facebook Falcon pages. I'll post those if you guys have any questions or comments. Overall, if there's any questions or comments about this build, how the build came about, who did what, just shoot me a comment in the video. This is really for the Falcon community of all types. We also got a huge Ford Falcon following in Australia, so there's a couple of you guys out there that I really want to give shouts out to. Russell Leedon and a few other guys that build some pretty hard Falcons. For me, this car wasn't about trying to be equal to the Mustang. When I first got it, it was cool. I never planned on building it, but I ended up getting lucky, and my grandmother told me that she would help me get it together. It was originally a 289 C4 car. It was originally a power steering and power brake car. It had front disc brakes, and I believe it was a Futura or a Sprint. It was a 68 Futura Sprint. But now it's a 408 Windsor TKO 600 5-speed, Curry 9-inch 31 spline axles, True Track posi, heavy duty pinion support bearing, and I want to say 370 gear ratio also. So it goes pretty good. I can cruise on the freeway about 80-85 miles an hour at about 2,500 RPM. I would like to have a 6-speed in here, but you know, that would probably require some clearancing in the tunnel. So for now, I'm good with the 5-speed. I do have another power plant getting put together for this car, and it's going to be a 434 base Windsor. That will probably, we'll be looking to push around over 700 on motor. It'll be a compression motor. It'll run off E85, and then we're probably going to do a 200 shot of nitrous. That motor is currently being built. I'm actually going away for about a year, so this will be probably one of the few posts, if at all, that you'll see for a long time on this car. I've put a few videos up, just doing some flybys and some idle clips over the last few months. But I kind of wanted to put something out there to really talk to what this car is about. If you can see, I'll just kind of cover some random things. All the trim and bumpers were powder coated gloss black. It was done by a place called American Stripping in Sacramento. So you can see they did a really good job. Then also, prior to the powder coating, there was a place that did the stripping and straightening. Just messed me up. Pause it. So Classic Chrome did the stripping and straightening prior to American Stripping doing the gloss black powder coating. At first I thought it wasn't going to look good. I thought it would be kind of fragile, but it came out good. You can see all the trim on the hood. The grille came out very nice. The headlight bezel, front bumpers, even coated the bumper bolts. If you look up here, you see the front windshield trim. Again, it came out real good. The door handles, even the trim around the windows came out really good, and it's held on pretty good. This was my first car again. I think I mentioned that. I've had it since '01. I was 18 years old when I bought this car. The car is currently painted gloss black. For the hood, it's a Ring Brothers Universal carbon fiber piece. There's a hole cut in the hood for the Windsor because it's got the Victor Jr. to clear. A guy off the Ford Falcon pages from Hood River, Oregon, gave me this hood. I drove all the way up there from Sacramento. I appreciate him for doing that. It came out really well. If there's any questions about the car, please don't hesitate to send me a message or comment in the video. I'm going to post this video on all the four Falcon pages that we have. I want to say there's 4 of them. So I'm going to post this video up there, and feel free to fire away, comment, subscribe, criticize, whatever. I'll start it up for you guys.